Set to match up with the Carolina Panthers. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Set, 19.
All day, just like that. Just like that.
Watson on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy?
24.
Give me something.
Let's go.
Throwing again is Watson. Flush to his right. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On first down, Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Kiki QT, 58 yards. And the Texans have taken the early lead. Not a bad way to start it.
And I think that was part of their script because so many teams script their opening possessions, and whether it's just that possession or even deeper into the half, sometimes it's 15 to 30 plays. That had to be one in there where they call a shot play. Go for the big one, and they got it done.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now first and 10 at the 31-yard line. Newton now to throw. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
So a first and 10 now in Houston territory at the 42-yard line. On the ground, McCaffrey. Bradley Roby, the cornerback, there to make the stop.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Call it no gain on the dump off, and it's third down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
And they'll take this one down to the 36. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down. On fourth down, Newton. There defensively to knock it away was the safety, Justin Reed. I guess they wanted to get that touchdown right back on their first drive, but failed to do so.
And what they have to be careful of is pushing so hard to stay right there, to stay even with their opponent, that they gas themselves out. You know, it's almost like horse racing. Sometimes you don't want to take your horse right to the front and let him do all the work, and then someone catch him at the end and pass.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And to the 43, so down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit and, in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it, and the Texans scoop it. And he cuts it out right sideline. Some space here. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player as well as a physical specimen.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. On the return, Carter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Watson. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now this throw caught left side. Now he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 28 yards.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A 2nd one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
3rd and 2. Watson. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And avoids the contact by sliding. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the...
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. K1 short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Mike, check. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Sure.
Now it's Watson. And this will be incomplete. Eric Reed, the former LSU Tiger, making the play on the defensive side.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Check 25. Check 24.
Play action for Miller. Now Watson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
We got this.
At their own 25-yard line.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're
You
down.
don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target, but now it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Newton. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Now this is caught. He hits Moore. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To the air again, Newton. Steps away to his left. He's got a first. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And the Texans scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Come on, baby.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Starting the second half of the run by McCaffrey. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. On 2nd and 12, Newton. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously, more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
McCaffrey following the penalty. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Flushed out right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 22 yards there, a first down. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though.
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
On now, Graham Gano. He's hit from 63 as recently as last year. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss. Now a first down throw, Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And this one grabbed by Darren Fells. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. He got 29 yards that time. They go play action here on first down. Being chased out left. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. They were searching for the tight end, Darren Fells. And that'll bring up second down.
Down, he's coming. Down,
to throw is Watson. Going to throw again. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Here's Watson. That is caught at the 7-yard line.
Let's go, baby.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route, but he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction. I was able to...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A 7-yard touchdown grab, and the Texans will extend their lead.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. Defense just has to hate those guys.
This drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
This will be taken very short. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
At their own 36-yard line.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. A shotgun snap for Newton. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And the Panther first down.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On first down, Newton. And Olsen over the middle. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Houston. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. On first down, it's Newton. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tap.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. Now Newton will bring the Panthers up to go for 2. McCaffrey, he'll try to run it in. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Here's Watson. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. To me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead?
And this will be caught at the 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, an 80-yard touchdown, and the Texans will add on to their lead. Deshaun Watson, he's a lot of fun to watch in the pocket, but when he's forced out of the pocket like that, he can make those big plays downfield.
Almost a bad thing when you're pass rushing and you force a Deshaun Watson out of the pocket. He creates extra time. He has the poise to keep his eyes downfield and locate receivers, and it turns into a little bit of a scramble drill for the defensive backs. Where is everyone? And Deshaun Watson finds his target for a big, big play.
Let's go.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Set. Point to the 3.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The dump-off gets him only 1, and now you're looking at a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep...
Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. He had his eyes on the end zone.